Hello, I am Leah Craven, UK Sales Manager for Nimrod Veterinary Products. Today, we are at one of the UK's leading agricultural institutions, Hartpury University and College. The dairy farm here has a herd of 250 Holstein Friesians. I am with David Rennie, our Managing Director, to demonstrate the safe use of our Selekt Pump Drencher to farmers. David was the person who introduced pump drenching to the UK, and he is an expert in this field. One of Hartpury's cows is waiting patiently, but before we get started, I have a couple of questions to ask David. David, why should farmers have a Selekt Pump Drencher on their farm?
There are two reasons. The first is that if they have a Selekt Pump Drencher on their farm, it enables them to give fluid therapy early to cows which are unwell. For example, cows with acute mastitis or cows which have gone off their feed. The great thing about ruminants is that the rumen is the site of water absorption. So adding fluid to the rumen provides fluid therapy very quickly, and that will reduce the risk of death and hasten the cow's recovery from the condition. The other reason is that having a pump drencher on the farm enables the farmer to pump drench the cow with an appropriate Selekt formula in the hours after calving, and so reduce the risk of metabolic disease, things like milk fever, hypercalcemia, ketosis, and the secondary conditions that are attached to them. So the cow gets into the lactation healthy and gets off to a good start.
And how do farmers know which of the Selekt sachets they should use?
Yes, it's a good question because there are 6 different Selekt formulae in the range, and the appropriate use of them depends upon the clinical circumstances. Some of them can be used together, some of them can't, etc. The person who's best placed to advise the farmer on that is the vet, the one who knows the circumstances on the farm and the conditions of the cows. Of course, we're interested in everybody getting the best from these products, so in partnership with veterinary practices, we do sometimes provide training sessions for farmers, and that's something we're going to start doing online as well.
Thank you, David. So let's begin the demonstration.
Before you start, make sure you have at least 20 litres of warm water to dissolve each sachet of the formulae. If the cow you're pump drenching needs more than 1 sachet, you should have more 20-litre buckets of warm water ready. The Selekt bucket holds just over 20 litres. The packs are colour-coded for easy recognition. This cow needs a sachet of Selekt Restore, that comes in the green pack, which I'm going to pour into a bucket of warm water and stir in with a whisk. Now, check that the Selekt Pump Drencher is ready for use. This is the gag, which protects the hose against the cows biting it. We've chosen a nice, soft, flexible material for the hose. That makes it easy to use and it makes it comfortable for the cow, but it does need protection with a gag. The hose has a nice rounded tip on it, which encourages the cow to swallow it when she feels it in her throat. So draw the hose back through the gag, check that the safety lock is working, securing it, check that the nose tongue is secured to the gag by the carabiner, that's fixed, and check that the nose tongue opens nice and easily like that. We want to pass the hose so far that the tip lies at the entrance to the rumen. That's just behind the cow's elbow. So there'll be that length of hose inside her esophagus and a similar length, 1 metre or 1.5 metres, left outside the cow. Then we're in the right place. And Peter is here to pump drench her. Peter knows this cow, he sees her every day. He opens her mouth, he passes the gag into it, and then he opens the nose tongue and closes that on her nose. He's checked that the safety lock's off, he's pushing the hose through the gag, he's done it nice and gently to start with so that she can feel it go in, so that she can swallow it, and I've come forward to check that it's in her esophagus. It's useful to look to see whether it goes down. In a fatter cow, you can't always do it. The important thing to do is to palpate, to feel the left jugular groove. That's the groove just above the trachea. You can use the trachea as the point of reference between my fingers and then push the fingers up into that groove. And if you can feel a hard tubular structure in that groove, you know the cow has swallowed the tube, that it's in her esophagus, and that she can safely be pumped. It means we know the fluid won't go into the lungs, but will be delivered into the rumen, which is where it's needed. When you've finished the procedure, wash the equipment with warm soapy water and disinfect it. I hope this demonstration has given you the confidence to use a Selekt Pump Drencher yourself, because oral fluid therapy can save cows' lives.